10 games have been played since last episode. We've been a little bit up and down, which you will see from the match highlights segment, which is coming up very shortly. 2 big games today. Ebbsfleet, who are near the bottom, where they 22nd, and more importantly, FA Trophy. We've been drawn at home to Scarborough Athletic. So hopefully 2 big wins today to get us back in the driving seat to the Football League, and at the same time, maybe a little journey to Wembley before the season is finished. Let's get into it. Smash a like, check out the match highlights. Let's go.
I'm the chap with the red scarf on, going around singing "We Are York." I'm the chap with the red scarf on, going around singing "We Are York." We're City, play pretty, that is our style of football. How charming, just like the Minster, a pint of bitter and a slice from Ginster. Walking the walk, talking the talk, and singing "We Are York." Climbing up the old Division 4, if you score some then we'll score more. Programme in my back pocket, Reedy's got the ball now, watch him rock it. In Mills, we trust, the other team's got nothing on us, cause we're City, play pretty, and we are York, York, York. Going around singing "We Are York." Cause we're City, play pretty, and we are York, York, York. I'm the chap with the red scarf on, going around singing "We Are York." We're City, play pretty, that is our style of football. How charming, just like the Minster, a pint of bitter and a slice from Ginster. Walking the walk, talking the talk, and singing "We Are York." Climbing up the old Division 4, if you score some then we'll score more. Programme in my back pocket, Reedy's got the ball now, watch him rock it. In Mills, we trust, the other team's got nothing on us, cause we're City, play pretty, and we are York, York, York. Cause we're City, play pretty, and we are York, York, York. We are York. Cause we're City, play pretty, and we are York, York, York. I'm the chap with the red scarf on, going around singing "We Are York." I'm the chap with the red scarf on, going around singing "We Are York." We're City, play pretty, that is our style of football. How charming, just like the Minster, a pint of bitter and a slice from Ginster. Walking the walk, talking the talk, and singing "We Are York." Climbing up the old Division 4, if you score some then we'll score more. Programme in my back pocket, Reedy's got the ball now, watch him rock it. In Mills, we trust, the other team's got nothing on us, cause we're City, play pretty, and we are York, York, York.
Alright, so as you can see, the games were up and down. In a lot of the games in particular, we were doing alright. Braintree, we should have won. 22 shots to their 6. Forest Green, we had a goal disallowed us, I'm sure, at some point as well. 18 to the 11, an XG of 2.84. And the Hartlepool game, I thought we actually played really well. And as you can see, they scored 2, 0.81 XG, us 2.14. We did rotate the squad heavily because we did play Saturday the 30th. And then 2 days later on the Monday, that nice little 3-2 win at File, we were in complete control after 30 odd minutes. And then it got a little bit tight and a little bit edgy, but winning around it. The issue is that I've spoke about at the start and various points. We've got a huge squad, but I just don't trust a lot of them. A lot of them are not good enough from the formation we're playing. Like, we haven't got an adequate backup to Walcott and Howe. Walcott's out injured today, which is an issue. We haven't got really good balance on the left side. Felix is right-footed. The other two fullbacks in Crooks and Johns are kind of like left centre-halves more than fullbacks. Right back, we're not so bad. Right wing, we're okay. Nathaniel George does a good job in backing up the probably the best player we've had so far this season in Tyree Sinclair. However, contract issue is a big problem. I've offered him a new deal. He rejected it. I thought he wanted too much. And then when I've tried to offer everyone else's, they've all wanted the same. So I'm hoping that we can get a deal in for him. Everyone's doubling their wages for the start of next season, so we need to make sure we get out of this division. Left-hand side, we haven't got a natural replacement for Akinyemi. Luamba's bang average, 6.82. Got his first goal, though, recently, so that's helped a little bit. And then Stones and Pearce, we have used Lewis Richardson a little bit. John Lennell-Lewis, Gabby McGill, for everything that I said about him maybe being decent. He's not going, but he's only had 6 substitute appearances, so we might give him a little bit of game time over the next few weeks. Pearce dipping in and out. Last 5 games, 3 goals, but not very high average rating. Josh Jones has signed a new deal as well. He's got himself 7 goals, 5 assists. No goals in the last 5 games, but 2 assists. So, we're a little bit all over the place. Midfield's an issue as well because Hunt and Batty are decent. No one else can go in that. So that's been an issue. So I'm starting to think, do we need to sign somebody? Just another player. I was thinking about maybe a centre-half or even a full-back. Maybe a left full-back. I just don't know. Coming back next season, if we go into the under-18s, we've got a few players that are coming back. Maz Kuya, no, he will not be offered a deal. His contract's expiring. Tyler Corden, as much as I wanted him to stay actually for York season this year, has had a tough time mentally, physically not great towards the end of last season, was in, then was out again, and got himself into great shape, but then was shoved out to Ebbsfleet, who were playing today, and has not featured at all for them, which is disappointing. So he's going to go. This is the one, though. Dara O'Connor came with late on in the transfer window, actually, in real life for York in the summer. Superb. Got himself a bad injury. Has come back, and because Howe and Walcott are probably the best centre-half pair in the league, he's not got a sniff, and he's been out now on loan and been sent out on loan, frustratingly. I even think from a York City real-life point of view, because we are short at centre-back. We're kind of relying on, Fallowfield played there a little bit last year, did really well, but yeah, looking at him, he's going to be fine. I wrote 4 really good. I do want another starting centre-back to go alongside, as I said, Howe and Walcott. Howe move out, so maybe Howe and O'Connor be backups next year for Walcott and someone else. So if there is a left-footed centre-half that we can get after today's episode, I will be trying to get that left centre-half. And then the others, I think we're just going to go with it, and we're just going to play out the rest of the season. If I was being really picky, I would, if I can get a few out early, if I can get a Gravata out in the transfer window, if I can get maybe a Crooks out in the transfer window, we may do something. We may do something else, highly likely in the midfield, just to give us balance. But whatever I sign, really, I want it to be ready for next season. I think we can still win the league without it, but just to help us a little bit, and without going silly in the transfers, that I want to be really keen when I bring players in. Like, we've already made the mistake, probably, of bringing Gabby in, thinking of Hart overhead. So, yeah, we just need to be a little bit careful what we do. Hopefully, though, next episode, there may be a couple of outs. I might even let Levi Ando go, because we know that he's leaving at the end of the season anyway. He's not good enough. Can we just reduce the wage budget bill a little bit? If we get rid of maybe a Dyson, like McLaughlin's leaving anyway, a Dyson, Gravata, Crooks, Ando, that'll probably be more than enough to get a couple of players in at around 1,200 each. So, yeah, planning. And what I do use, and we're interested to know as well, people down in the comments, do you ever use your squad planner? Because I will be using it very shortly. We'll do a video on that soon, because I think it's a super good tool. I know we like to write stuff down, but to go through and see where you're lacking in squad depth and stuff, I use it on a regular basis in all the saves that I do. Right, let's go and play Ebbsfleet. Let's go smash 2 wins. Said Scarborough next. Let's get this one out there. I think we've got a nice break in between. So we rotated the squad a little bit. How I rotate the squad is when we have games that I know that we're struggling with. Played lots of midweek games. December time is terrible for Vanarama National League and stuff, and January. So what I tend to do is, for the first game, I took my strikers off, played my starting 2-11 wingers, and then for the second game, flipped it. So my 2 starting strikers started, and then my backup wingers played. I then kept the 2 centre-halves together, and then took out 2 fullbacks, and then I've done a game with the 2 holding midfielders, fully strength, and then without. And the Hartlepool game backfired, and then this one against Fylde that we won. So it's just the way that I try and do, rather than make 10 changes, I try and do it like maybe take away the strikers, the midfielders, and the fullbacks, and then the opposite one, I'll swap it round. It's just, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense, that last 1 minute of speech. But yeah, that's my way of rotating. I try and keep the partnerships together, strikers together, midfielders together, centre-backs together, and then if I do a rotation, I take them both out rather than just one. Right, Fagan Walcott. I don't think it's a big injury. Is he poorly or something? Cold. He's got a cold. He could really play, but we're saving him. He'll be fine. So Crooks played the last game, so he can play again. We completely rested Joe Felix, who can come back in. We completely rested Fallon. Fallowfield, towards the end of last season, played at centre-back for us and was absolutely tremendous. Isn't fancied that in the game, so we're not going to do it. It would have been nice if they would have just helped him a little bit in terms of being able to play that position. It would have been good for us, another backup. Where's Jeff King? There he is. Let's get Kingy back in. Oh, dear. Howe's injured as well. Oh, this is going to be... How long's Howe out for? Abdominal strain. Right. Let's go Fallowfield there, because he did it. He does it in real life, and I wouldn't be worried too much about him actually playing there for us. Right. Hunt, Batty. Let's get Akinyemi in. Akinyemi, who has signed a new deal. He is with us for the next few seasons. Even though it says he's expiring, he is actually signed a new one. 2,800 a week. So we managed to get 300 more, only 300 more on top. It's the other ones that are around like £1,000 a week. Like Judge Stones has doubled his starting from next season. Tyrese Sinclair, I'm hoping that we get the opportunity to offer Tyrese a new deal before the end of the season. What we have been doing as well, rather than playing one of the target men on the bench, we're giving ourselves a little bit more option off it with Chadwick, who can play up front, he can play in the wide areas, Lewis Richardson, and what we do is Akinyemi can go as a target forward if need be, or if we change it, we can go to a presser and then advance forward. So that's the way that we're working a little bit this year. So it may be good that we don't go out and sign another target forward next year. We use that as an opportunity to rotate Akinyemi. And then obviously we need to make sure we maybe get another wide player in that can do inside forward and advance forward. But that will all be hopefully in the squad planning. Okay, right, submit. Here we go. Fallowfield in as captain. So we are 7th in the form table. We were 9 points clear up until we lost against Hartlepool. So we're still, even though we're in 7th in terms of the form, it's just been enough. Sutton, who were behind us after last episode, they've drifted off a little bit. So that's given us a little bit more cushion. But these are the games now that we just need to be dominating. We don't seem to be conceding more chances. We just seem to be conceding more goals. Pierce is in. That looked offside. It was offside. I nearly went down the route of going back to the initial tactic, which was a 4-3-3, but it just doesn't make sense with the best thing we have is Stones linking up with Pierce up front, and then if I went one up, I would have to drop one. We're not great in central midfield anyway in terms of starting players. Armstrong, Dyson, Aguiar, all kind of average. So I'm keen on not really taking a Stones out. And also the fact that Ollie Pierce playing up front, he's on the small side. I think he works better when he's got someone like Stones up there to do a lot of the sort of like the heavy lifting for him. Right, Hunt, whip a free kick in. Oh, he's gone short. King, back to Batty. Fallowfield, Hunt, driving to the byline. That is never a penalty in a million years, but we'll get by because there is no VAR. And Hunt is going to step up. He took a penalty a couple of games ago and slotted it home. It should really be Ollie Pierce, but I found a reason not to change it while Hunt is scoring from the penalty spot. 1-0, 13 minutes. I'm hoping this will be a bog standard win for us today, boys. Right, into the second half, loads were in complete control. Absolutely in complete control. So we've got a nice rest. What I am going to do is, though, Felix is struggling a little bit. So we are going to bring Cameron John on that left-hand side. Maybe it would have been a game to get Gabby McGill on. I still feel like I don't think his contract expires at the end of the season anyway. So we're probably going to be stuck with him next year. So it might make sense to try and get him involved a little bit. We might even just give him a start in the next game because that's the kind of stuff that I do for no apparent reason. Risk it all. Scarborough, Derby at home, like they are in the league below. I've not actually checked where they are in the league, but I absolutely loved it when I saw the draw. I thought, yes. We might not get many chances to play Scarborough. We haven't played... Oh, Pierce! That's a great save from the goalie. We haven't had a chance to play them for a number of years. We played them in like a county cup a couple of years ago, and let's be honest, we weren't, but York City weren't bothered about it. Scarborough are not bothered about it. It's only when they drew each other. I think Scarborough went full strength and we went with like a reserve/under-19s kind of side. Right, 65 gone. We're going to make a couple of changes. Let's go with Richardson, and then what we do is we play him as a presser. Pierce stays at the advance. Let's get Chadwick on. I'm going to play him as an inside forward. I do like Chadwick in real life. He's really clever and gets into lovely pockets. Lovely striker of the ball, cool finisher at times. He's been out on loan. He's been out on loan a couple of times and then ends up coming back into the team for a little bit. Pierce hits the bar and it's going to be cleared. Fallowfield's rocking a solid 7, which is good to see. Oh, here we go. Here we go, boys. Right, we should be able to deal with that, Cameron John. Oh, yes. Yes. Who gave that away? Goal. Probably Crooks by the looks of it. His face is sad. 1-1 from absolutely nothing, as per usual. And we are so limited. It's like, what is the point? Like, we can't do a sub anywhere. God, we need to get out of this panorama. But with results like this, against teams like this, it's not helpful. We're going to be 2-1 down here. It's a great save from Harrison Mail. Pullion should have gone the other way. All the goal was gaping at the keeper's left. And he chose to sneak it in to Harrison Mail's right. But this is just typical us. We've actually played well again. And then it comes to it, we concede a penalty. And we don't take our chances to either end. I think I am going to make them 2 transfers as well. As long as I can bring someone in that's going to be good for us going forward, or can do a couple of years. You know, it might be a 30-year-old midfielder and a 30-year-old defender. Doesn't have to be. I'm not doing like, let's get wonder kids in who are going to be native for the next 10 years. You know, we've already got Walcott and O'Connor there. So maybe we bring in 2 more experienced players. Hunt and Batty are youthful enough, sort of like 25 and under. To be interesting to see next episode what we've actually brought in, because I do think we need it. And it's going to finish 1-1, boys. Double the amount of effort. You know, we've given them a lot in XG in the end there. But that should have been out of sight at half-time. Going to give them a little bit of a bollocking. Right, we move on. Scarborough at home, FA Trophy. Right, we're back. Here is Scarborough, the wonderful Scarborough. I actually went along that seafront last Thursday for my birthday. Nice little walk along seafront, smashed the arcades. Yeah, never actually been to the Flamingo Land Stadium. No need to. Hot prospect is Bill Marshall, ex-York City. Vice captain, ex-York City. Manager, ex-York City. However, they have offered a couple of deals in, but in real life, the manager here was slagging off the chairman, and they got into a bit of a Twitter spat and was a little bit rude. So York City have decided not to give them any more players, and I will be doing exactly the same for the duration of the save. They are in 3rd position though, so this could be embarrassing if we're not on our game today. Right, can we bring back any centre-halves? Only Malachi Fagan Walcott, but that will have to do. And I am going to bring in Nathaniel George. I did say I was going to give Gavin McGill a game. I don't know if I dare. Fuck it. Let's go for it. Let's get Josh Stones on. Can I bring Josh Stones on the bench? Can Lewis Richardson play anywhere else? Yeah, he could maybe play out wide for us if need be. How fit are my central midfields? Right, we're going to go without any... This is an absolute... What a time to be pissing about that. It's fine. If we put Fallowfield on the bench, Fallowfield can do a little bit in midfield. If need be. Right. There we go. Come on, Gabby McGill. Do not embarrass me today. You're playing for your... You know, we can transfer list him and we'll probably get him out in the summer. Probably anyway. But, you know, this is his opportunity now, isn't it? To kind of save his career so early on. Crooks has been booked again within the first minute. Right, we've got a corner. Whipped in. Sinclair is there. At the near post, he loves a header, this Sinclair. And Walcott, that he's done so many times this year, has just tapped in the rebound. And after 5 minutes, King, Sinclair, Walcott, 1-0. We're 1-0 up against the Borough. The Borough? Do they call them the Borough? The Seagulls. I love the badge. I do love the Scarborough badge. Maybe FM26, Scarborough? Scarborough Athletic Series? It's up there. It's in the shortlist. Right, very quiet since the opening goal. We've got another free kick, another corner. King's whipped into Sinclair at that near post. The goalkeeper as well is Ryan Whitley, ex-York City. I'm pretty sure that's where the little argument between Greenan and Matt Ugler came from, actually. Someone might put me right in the comments, but I'm sure it was him. He started as our goalkeeper. It won't tell you. Oh, he said there, 16, yeah. He started as our goalkeeper. Just probably wasn't good. Not very good with his feet. And now we've obviously gone the opposite with Harrison Mail. Right. Sinclair, Akinyemi. Ooh, and he was nearly tripped. Can we get our second before half-time? Hunt. Batty's there. The two midfielders combine. Dan Batty. What a finish. Lovely pass from Hunt as well. 2-0 up before half-time. Felix doing well down this left. Lovely pull back to Hunt. Lovely low cross. That's a lovely pass. Lovely finish. Lovely run by Batty. And it's definitely a lovely finish into the top corner. 2-0. We're absolutely coasting. Pierce is struggling a little bit. We may be taking him off first. He was actually when we scored. They've scored. Luca Colville from absolutely nothing. Starting the second half. Pierce was struggling. He was actually off the pitch when we scored our opening goal. And he's just not looking physically good. That's a great finish. But tackle him. Block the shot. Block the shot. There was one of those in the highlight clips where, I think it was the Hartlepool game, where he just ran and ran and ran and ran. And Felix just followed him. Just watched him all the way. Right, let's do a sub. Let's get on Josh Stones. And we may bring Richardson on a little bit later. And we're going to ask for demand more. We don't want extra time. Gabby McGill has not performed. Has not really had a sniff. Right, Tyree Sinclair is struggling. So we are going to bring on Nathaniel George and Lewis Richardson. And we'll allow Stones to go back as a target forward, which he's been playing most of the season. Last minute. Oh, the goalkeeper's up. Oh, dear God. Oh, and they've put it wide. Tonks has put it wide. Is that the Tonks that was at... No. I thought it was the Tonks that was at... it is the Tom that... Yeah, shit. He's actually got a bald head in real life, so he looks completely different. He's long throws, yeah. Long throws 19. They've signed him from Tamworth. I'm also looking Billy Leach, a lad that I used to coach as a kid. He's at Scarborough. They've also got another player that I used to coach as a kid. He's just started coming into the first team, but I wonder if he's not there. Anyway, we've beaten the Borough. Only just. Look, praying to God, even though I'm not overly religious or religious in any part, but we were a little bit of praying there. We need to get our little bit of our happiness back. So we're just going to say well done. And we are through to the next round of that. It would be awesome if we can get through to a final. Like, it's one of those trophies, like the Carabao Cup. You only want to do well in the Carabao Cup if you get through to the final and win it. If you get through to the semis or even the final and lose, it's a nightmare because you play so many extra games. Ollie Pierce has got a bruised ankle. What's the points difference? Only 5 points and 10 points between. I think we're okay, but we will be diving into that transfer market. We'll come back maybe at the end of the month. Yeah, try and get some in, some out. When we come back at mid-Feb time, in around my birthday. FA Trophy. We're through to the last 16. Hashtagger through as well. So can we draw a hashtag in the next round? We'll find out Sunday's episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Smash a like before you go. Check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel a little bit more. Check out the merch as well. Right there. Right to the Minstermen t-shirts. We've already made a sale. Amazing.
I'm the chap with the red scarf on, going around singing we are York. We're City, play pretty, that is our style of football. How charming, just like the Minster, a pint of bitter and a slice from Ginster. Walking the walk, talking the talk, and singing we are York. Climbing up the old division.